Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We'll arriving at our destination shortly.
Hey, hello everybody, welcome back to the latest episode in the history of the airplane show. My name is Greg. I'm going to be your internet pilot whenever you're watching this evening, this morning, yesterday, tomorrow, in the future. Who knows when you're watching this? But yeah, we're going to go back. We're going to go in for seconds today. We're going to go in for some more bush trip fun. Let's get this up now. I did download a few things, so let me make this full screen again for me. Not that one, buddy. All right, so I did download a few. I did download the Alaska one that I was talking about. That one is so much fun. This is another one that I was talking about, the Grand Alpine Challenge. This one is, we're not in a Beechcraft. We're in a X-Cub, by the way. That's false advertising, but the one I really wanted to try, so we do have a one from Hawaii too. This one from Hawaii is pretty dope. First part of the trip is like an hour. We would leave from Princeville, Hanalei, going all the way to Hilo. This is a pretty fun trip to Hawaii, and it's all there's no autopilot. You're in a Cessna 152 and you are flying by hand the whole time. But I really want to try this one. This is the one I was talking about earlier with the runways and shit. So let's play with this one for a little bit, because I would like to get to, I don't know where, is it number 5? Number 5. If we can get to number 5 tonight, I really would like to try to land on this little strip again. So, I mean, we could just do the 5th leg, but let's start from the very beginning. Let's start from number 1 here. And fly. I might have to change my controls when I get in there, because I was setting up controls for the X-Cub a moment ago, just in case I flew it. Yeah, this is a very interesting trip. It's very interesting. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Just do it. Don't even think about it. Do it. I'll see. This is one of the ones again that I don't think is fair, because you can use the autopilot. I'm not planning on using the autopilot. I plan on flying the whole thing by hand. But this is one of those trips where you can use the autopilot. Let's see here. General options. Let's go ahead. Turn this off, since I don't need that anymore. I was using that option to help me set up X-Cub. This should be, profile 1 should be okay to use this airplane. See, on this airplane, we have flight plan. So if you decide to use the autopilot in here, and you decide, like, let's say you go to this next one, right? And you get out of the game and you get back into it, and all of a sudden, you know, your autopilot is still stuck on, like, you are USR 01. All you have to do is just scroll down to the leg you want to go to, and just hit this direct to button, and it'll eliminate everything before it and bring you right there. So you may have to count waypoints, you know, like you know, this is 5 and 6 and 7, so I mean, because there's a lot of waypoints here, you know what I mean? So you might get to it where it's like, you know, we're on number 17, and you know, you're still back at number 1, so then, you know, you have to go back. So I don't really plan on using the autopilot in any shape or form. I used to, like I said, when I first started doing these know, I would set it and use it, but we're not going to use it tonight. Let me just look at this though. So we have flight director, and let's see here. We have wind, option 3. Transponder's fine. Bearing 1 I'm not worried about. Oh, unless we have a let me look at the type of airport we're landing at. We have LFCH. One thing I don't find cheating is plugging in coordinates and shit if we can. So let's go to LFCH. They don't have any airports. Some of these airports will have a VOR station. Some will have ILS info. So okay, so we don't have any. Okay, very good. So I don't think we need to do anything else. Got our lights on here. Landing's on. That's good. That's good. We got that. And I have this set up on. Okay, no details. I don't care about details. Well, you know, we should be okay with detail. And map option, we have relative. That's what I like. Don't need on all the details. That should be sufficient. All right, let's get out of here. I have throttle. Yep. Controls work. Let me one moment here. Just a bit. Fuel pumps on. But we take off. Park and brake, I believe, is off now. Check it out. Takeoff power set. Airspeed's alive. Start releasing the yoke a little bit. Start releasing the yoke. Speed 1. Rotate now. Once we get above 1,000 feet, we'll turn the fuel pump off. Put our flaps up. I do like that the flight director tells us where to go. That is kind of nice. I am going to turn the fuel pump off now, I believe. Pretty much at cruising altitude. Welcome to Nouvelle, the beginning of your journey in France, majestic peak of Mont Blanc. You know, maybe we should just do that one with that landing. I mean, if we're just like doing it like this, we might as well do that one. Because I kind of want to do the Unalaska one as well. Stop pushing buttons, Greg. Hang on, let's go back. Let's go back. Yeah, I remember, if I remember correctly, we had to fly like right near the mountains and go around it and then come in. And I mean, like, you need to be almost stalling out by the time you hit this runway. If I remember it correct. Been a while since I've dropped the cap. That means I just had to drink the whole thing. Well. Ishy, look at that baby cub. Doesn't look like it has a face. Like a smiley face. I don't know. This is a fun airplane. I've flown other Draco X's, man. Them things are awesome with them big ass tires on it. Alright. Let's go. Number 5 is this one here. So let's do this one. Bong, bong, bong. Bing, bing, bang. I wonder how many people have done like a whole a strip at one time. Like, just sat down and just committed to it for 8 hours. Like, it's a nice little plane. Okay. All right, let me just look at the runway. Okay, yeah, this is the right one. Okay. Now look, we have point 25 is where we're going to. So let's make sure we have point 25 in here. So let's go direct to point. This is what I was talking about before. I'm glad it did this. So let's scroll down to point 25. And we are going to do direct to there. Activate that. There we go. Now here's our airplane. Here's point 25, and we are golden pony boy, because we have to get down to that that other runway. Now pumps on. Turn our lights on. Let me get the chronometer out again. Alright, and what we're going to be doing is prepare journey into the Pyrenees Mountains, majestic range. Okay. Follow the river that skirts the base of the mountain, climbing 7,000 feet as you make your way toward the gateway to the Pyrenees. Okay. So we're going to take off, go on a heading of 123, like it says here. Oh, why am I reading it? We have the fucking thing right here. Where's trim? Just take off. Alright. Park and brake off. Brakes off. Let's go. Take off power set. Speed's alive. Now let's start releasing the yoke. Start releasing it. 60 knots. E1. Rotate. Now we may have to do a little bit of circling to get up to altitude. Let's see. We are going into the Alps. Pyrenees Alps, so we may have to like do some circling. Pump off. We'll start trim. Put our flaps up. Get a nice little climb going here. Now again, I mean, we could use the autopilot. We're not going to. We're just gonna continue to climb. You know, I used the autopilot a lot when I first did this, but that was using the Xbox controller. Well, you know, we might not have to circle around. I think we might be okay. Little right rudder going, it keeps on wanting to drift off to the left. Alright, so we're gonna go to the Pyrenees as you make your way toward the Pyrenees, then confluence in Lorraine, adjust your heading south. Follow the river into the Pyrenees, continuing until you point confluence with another mountain stream at the town of Lorraine. It's the town of Lorraine. Alright, we can kind of level off a little. Oh, no, actually. Let's keep on climbing. I guess they were pretty accurate with that 7,000 feet then. Just start trim a little bit. probably put some pitot heat on. Yeah, this thing really wants to go off to the... Look at our... Oh yeah, we did... No, that's just gas on or off. So it's not like left or right. Oh, it's a big window. Oops. Hello. Back to track. Want to use the autopilot, climb, and to do this trip, you're more than welcome to. But I'm not going to this time around. I did the first time. You know, the first time I did this maybe a year or two ago. I don't remember when I did this one last, but I didn't have the flight stick back then. All right, let's level off just a little. Just our trim a little bit. The RPMs are going to continually redline like that. That's just what this airplane does. There's no way to really control that unless you reduce your power, but at that point, even though we're reduced in power, I mean, we're barely speeding forward. Well, let's level off and see if we get that same... Yeah, I mean, even then. All right. Here we are going to our next waypoint. Here in the Pyrenees Mountains. So from here, we're going to go until about here. And we're going to head off to the left again. Roads on the mountain follow the east flowing branch of the confluence as the river leads you to Goret ski station at the end of the valley, just northwest of Goret. Look for a switchback road cutting the path up the mountain as you make your way to it. Man, I can't wait. Just let me get to this airport, man. Let's go, bitch. I haven't landed at that airport in so long. I'm so excited. All right, let's get back in the cockpit and see how we are on our height. Yeah, see, we do need to get more height. Even though we're okay on this leg, when we make this turn here coming up, yeah, we are off. We need to get rid of that red down here. So let's climb again. Let's start trim a little bit. We're just gonna keep on climbing until all this red goes away. I don't care if it's yellow. Just don't want it in the red. Red, you're dead. Yellow, you're okay. Boy, it looks good, doesn't it? Almost looks like the real thing. All right, red's almost gone. Can't wait to do that Alaska one again. That Alaska one's so good. Oh good, VRAM Plus is working. Sweet. I'm looking at auto FPS right now. Alright, so we are in the yellow there, it looks like. Should be good. We should be able to level off now. get ready and turn. Follow this mountain range here. Pretty ominous clouds there. Let's stay around 6,000 feet, Greg. Come on. Little right rudder. This thing has been listing to the starboard side all game. Oh, I guess we can turn our landing lights off. This must be the ski resort they were talking about. Be cool if there was snow on it. Microsoft. Being that it's a ski resort. Just saying. Alright, we need to get a little bit of height. Pass over this little mountain range here. We got it. Off course. Get back on course. Here we are. Now we're back on track. All right, flowing past the waters of Azangave, lead you northeast. Soon you'll reach another great river confluence near the town of Argalil Gasast. Very good. I think that's the next point coming up here. Oh no, we haven't even reached 28 yet. Okay, what's number 28? We're going to 28 right now, right? And then we're going to the next one. What I thought. Valley of Aran, so then we're heading up to Agile Gasso Confluent. Agile. Ogite. Yeah, that relative map, did that relativity map. Showing our relative altitude. That comes in very handy on these bush trips. And that ground look good, don't it? It's like we're flying over the real thing. Alright, let's stop descending. Might have to ascend again. We head to that confluence, and we head pretty much south. Gauger de Loup Valley. At Argelès Gazost, turn and track the river branch running southeast. In the distance ahead, you will see another confluence and should follow the waters that lead further southeast. Sounds good to me. I've always wondered, like, is there a Walmart somewhere down there? Like, where do all these people work? Is there, like, do they all work from home? Is there, like, Central Business Park, like, somewhere, like, down here that they all go to? Like, I'm sure there's gas stations that people work at and restaurants and stuff like that, but I mean, like, there's continuously a lot of homes out this way to support people. If this is real, if this is really what's out there in this part of the world, then I'm very curious, like, how these people support themselves. Farming, you know, is it, do you own, like, lumber companies? Do you mill paper? You know what I mean? Is it fishing, like, in the local estuaries and confluences? Or are there Walmarts and, like, big-ass companies? Like, is there, like, an Airbus hangar out here somewhere where you make parts for Airbus? I wonder how many of these people got the Fauci-ouchie. Probably not many. I wonder if they have immigration problems in this part of the world as well. Like, are illegal aliens getting shipped all around here as well? We are getting ready to make a pretty big turn. Start making that turn now. There's the river that we need to follow. Start trim a little bit. I don't know if we need to start climbing. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we do. Alright, so let's start our climb again. Well, that red goes away. A little too fast of a climb. This airplane, this altitude. We should probably have the fuel pumps on again. Let me put the fuel pump back on. I don't know if it's modeled or not on this airplane, but pretty sure if they were climbing again, they'd be using the fuel pumps. All right, we got a pretty good climb here. I'd like to get a little closer to the 90, 95 knots, somewhere in that area. Alright, we're starting to get some yellow peeking through on that red there. Oh yeah, actually our, it looks like we'll be coming up on our runway here pretty soon. All right, so we're heading on now 157. Yeah, we only have 30, 31, and then the airport. So 30, 31, and then the airport right here, which is right in the back of this mountain range. Okay, we're good. We can start leveling off. Oh, no, we need to... I thought we were okay, but we still have some red here. But yeah, this is the airport right here. Remember, like I said, we have to go into this mountain range. We have to go into this mountain range and then make a turn and kind of land, like, come around and then land. It's going to take a few times to probably do it. You know, landing safely at least. Now, one thing, if you do crash, it will start you at, like, the last waypoint. So thankfully, it starts us at, like, a good height, and it starts us at 31, and then at that point, we just have to go straight and then make that turn. At LFMB, at the heart of Lou Saint-Sevier, lies another confluence of waterways. The Baztan River will lead you east toward Castellan de la Caille Airport. At the end of the valley, perform a right turn and land on the grassy runway. Runway! Oh, look at that runway. All right, we should be okay now. Let's level off here. I don't think there's any sort of BOR stations or anything at this airport. Yeah, that's what I thought. Pretty young thing, repeat after me. Alright, we're holding good. Altitude. Adjusting our trim. Getting ready to turn. Put on our landing lights. Turn off our fuel pump. Alright, time to get serious. Need to remember where that damn airport is. I want to say it's on the back side of this right here. That I think we have to go around this edge of the mountain here. And then it comes right around. Start dipping down a little bit because, you know, we can't have the airport in the green or the yellow. We need it in the red. landing. All right, that's a little better. One time I tried landing on like this part of the mountain here, and then just like trying to drift down, like slide down to the parking spot. All right, let's increase our trim. Decal flaps. Gonna be too high. Too high. Go around. Let's see if our landing flaps down though. We got to go out towards the mountain again and come back in. Is it okay to buzz the house? Fuck, we're too low again. I mean, we're too high again. That's the runway we just flew right over. Wasn't lying. You had to really skim these mountains. I told you that. This particular bush trip, I think, has the hardest landings out of any of the bush trips. Seriously, like I have full no doubt that this is like the hardest bush trip to set in the Pyrenees Mountains. I think I've tried every single bush trip that's been released. Thank you. I would put money on it. I'm like 99% sure. Let's try this one. I need to land. I need to plug in my laptop before the energy saver comes on. Don't want to pause the game though. Start trim a little bit again. How do you have positive? How do you have positive landing rate? Ooh, that was tough. All right, we need one that's fun now, not like sweating. Hang on, let me just take care of my laptop real quick, and then we'll do maybe another bush trip or so. Ooh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to make all that noise, my bad. Not that anybody's watching anyways. Nobody watches anymore. That's all right. It's all good. I don't care if anybody watches. I've always said that. All right. So I want to do Alaska or Hawaii. Let's see about Alaska. See, that's only 19 minutes for the first one, but Alaska's like an hour. I'm sorry. Hawaii's like an hour. Let's do a little Alaska action. Hey, it's great not having the wheels anymore. Switching chairs, but like pain in the ass moving this chair all the way up. Like I can't. I guess I'm just gonna have to complain either way. Like, all right. Oh yeah, I need to change. What the fuck is going on here? What the hell was that? All right, hang on. Let me switch my controls here. Put our prop all the way forward. Mixtures all the way in. Yeah, I have this set. So the prop lever does the prop and mixture does the mixture. But yeah, when I did this trip, I didn't have this. This is really a cool little setup they have here now. Flight plan, bearing, core option, That is really cool. All right. That looks good. Let's put our flight director on. Do we have a yaw dampener? Don't. You have to worry about fuel. Right now it's on the left. Left is looking okay. Where does it have our actual tank at? Alright, do I have a button? Not really. I wish this would show it better. We have, I believe there's a fuel tank there, and maybe it's that one fuel. I could have sworn there was a right and a left. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh yeah, there is one. That's what I thought. Can we see anything in it? Not really. Alright, let's roll. Let's read about this real quick. Humpy Cove. Welcome to Aleutian Islands, starting point on your Grand Alaskan tour from the runway at Unalaska Airport. Take flight, head northeast across Dutch Harbor. That's cool. As you pass around Mount Coxcomb in the distance, Summer Bay Lake should come into view. Continue beyond the lake, the shoreline of the Humpy Cove. Okay. Let's see what we're landing at here. Adu. Going to Pet. Let's see if there's any. Nope, no VOR stations, I don't think. Here. Nope. Okay, very good. Let's go. Parking brakes off. We need to head on a 7. Oh, we have our. Come on. I'm like, why do we need to read this anymore? All right, so we're going to Humpy Cove first. All right. Airspeed's alive. One, take off. Start trim a bit. Pull our prop back a bit. After we head here, we're going to go to Agamak Bay on a 104. That's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's our flight plan. I'm such a moron. Alright. Agamak Bay, so that's where we're heading to now. And we're going to English Bay after that. Boy, Alaska's so pretty. Might do a little bit more of the California one after this. Alright, so this is Agamak Bay. And once we get there, we're going to head up to English Bay. Airplane, I like how they redid the navigation system in this airplane. Really nice now. This updated system. I'm guilty. I really haven't played a whole lot with it recently. I know when it first came out, I played with it quite a bit, but not since it's been out. Oh, look at the VFR map. That's pretty cool. And again, this is another one where you could have the autopilot on if you really wanted. Which I don't blame you if you do it. And it gives you a chance to look at all the scenery and shit. I would be doing it, but I did it my first time around. And I was flying with the Xbox controller. Alright. We're now on to Analga Island. Continue over to English Bay and beyond the land protrusion known as Fisherman's Point. Must be here. Then cross the waterways of Analga Pass to reach Analga Island. Very cool. I remember the first time I flew this, I was breathless. I was like, look at this shit. Like, it was like Microsoft was brand new. I think I was still playing it on my iPad back then. Back on the Xbox Game Pass when it first came out on the Game Pass. And to be a fisherman up here, or a nature reserve person, or whatever, but to be able to live around this, it's got to be amazing. I love the smell of like salt water and fresh water. Yes, you got to watch out for bears, and it's bad. Like you know, we don't really have to worry about that where I live, but that's no different than living in Australia and having to watch out for brown recluse spiders. I guess main difference would be, like, you know, when I turn my light on at night in my room when I first get upstairs, I don't really expect to see a brown bear or a grizzly bear standing there. But there very well could be a spider. That's the thing. That's the thing for me that creeps me out the most about them fuckers. especially just insects in general, like those kind. Like I remember a long time ago when I was married, we were laying in bed one night, and we had a little bit of an issue with centipedes in our house. That was before I realized kind of how to take care of centipede, you know, like keep house dry, run a dehumidifier, keep it free of insects, that kind of thing. And yeah, man, this fucker was on the ceiling and I didn't know it, and it fell off the ceiling and landed on my face. Oh my god, like you would have sworn that I was some big-chested blonde chick in a bad horror movie. The way I screamed, I was like, like it was crazy. I'm not ashamed to admit it now, man, but shit, that was kind of funny. All right, so here's Analga Island. So we're gonna cross that, then we're gonna go to the opposite shoreline as you traverse Analga's bumpy, pockmarked terrain. Head for the northeastern shore where the island opens up. You baby pass. Let's gain a little altitude so it's so bumpy. That should be okay. Gonna be heading on a 52 heading. A little bit more east. We're going to Akutan. Oh, that's cool. Number 6 is Akutan. I remember hearing about that a lot on Deadliest Catch. Yeah, we'll probably go back and do a little more California after this. And the stream there, maybe. I really want to... well, let's see. If the last leg of Hawaii is not too bad, maybe we'll do the last leg of Hawaii. I haven't done that one yet. Yeah, I have a bad habit of starting those trips and then just like kind of losing interest in moving on to the next one. At least that's how it was back when I used to fly these a lot, like before I really was streaming. You know, I'd be flying it on my iPad all day. Had my Xbox controller. Actually, no, back then it was my PlayStation controller. Had my PlayStation controller connected to my iPad. And that's what I would use to fly until I got set up with, you know, an Xbox. And I don't think we're going to have to really gain any altitude. I think we're kind of going around the mountains. Boy, the wind was coming off that little cliff right there. Woo. Another fun one is, I think there's one down in Chile or down at the Andes. That one's pretty dope too. A lot of them you're in this X Cub. That was one thing I did have an issue with these strips, is like the lack of originality with some of the airplanes. Like this X Cub is the bread and butter of a lot of these strips. Like it would be nice, like that if you could use your own. Yeah, if you had like a choice of airplanes, I guess. A little bumpy. Alright, so we're just leaving number 4. Heading to number 5. Which is the opposite shoreline, and we're going to continue on this path here. Yeah, see, we're okay. Now we might have to gain a little height. I want to come in and learn this system one of these days. I just never really I don't want to say saw the value in it. I just never really saw the necessity of it, just because I barely fly this kind of plane. It's a cool system. I like the split screen. Gotta be a lot of fun to use in real life, I would think. All right, so we got a choice here. Let's yeah, I think we're shooting that gap right here. Let's just go around the mountain. Oh, do we even have to, or are we gonna be going that little ravine right there? I don't think we're gonna be going up there. I think we go around this mountain here. See, let's get back on path and see what happens. Okay, so this is that peak right there. All right, that makes a little more sense than what we were looking at. Yeah, the Hawaii one, that's the Cessna 152, just a basic 152, no autopilot, no digital navigation, I don't think at all. I think it's all just Bendix, like old style systems. All right, let's gain a little altitude. Not much. Bush trip. We don't need too much altitude. Just enough to stay out of trouble. As my voice cracks. I swear I'm of age. I promise. And with the Chili's tonight for dinner, it was alright. I haven't been to Chili's in a long time. They were too busy to really take care of us, so our food came out late, kind of cold. It tasted good though. I got this three for I don't know. It was a 3-for meal where you got like an appetizer, a drink, and a meal. So I am on, you know, Weight Watchers, but I decided to help my mom save money because she was paying for dinner. So I got this 3-for-3 thing. I got this chicken enchilada soup, which was pretty dope. And then I ate no chips and salsa, which I can't believe. That was the first time we do need altitude. Because we're going over this mountain range here. That was the first time I don't think I've ever not partaken in any chips and salsa at any, you know, Tex-Mex, Mexican style restaurant. I got this big QP burger, as they call it. It was like a quarter pound. It got no cheese on it. It was supposed to come with like pickles, mustard, ketchup, fried onions. Well, all the mustard and the pickles and the like this amount of fried onions they put on the burger, when the plate got to me, they were all like on the plate. Something happened, I guess, and the top of the bun hit something, where somebody hit it, and like all the toppings and everything just was like on the side of the plate. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense for tonight. It was that kind of meal. Tasted good though. They serve it on this paper, and it was such a mess. I decided to just like use a fork and knife to cut it, and it like cutting through the paper. So I had to like make sure I wasn't eating, you know, like their wax paper while I was eating the burger. You know, the normal struggles of a fat man. Acting like he's not fat when he's at a restaurant. Oh, I'm not going to eat the top bun. I don't eat those. Oh man, let me tell you how hard it was to not eat any chips and salsa. Oh my god. Their chips are so good there, and the salsa is so good. I was like, nah, I'm good. I've eaten them before. Like the first thing I look at when I sit down is the person at the table next to me eating this big old piece of Reese's peanut butter, some sort of Reese's peanut butter pie, and I said, God bless America. God bless America. All right, we're coming up on number 6. I think 8 is the... Yeah, this is Akutan Island that we're coming up to. Then we have Hot Springs Bay, and then the Akun Airport. I don't think it's really necessary to lean the fuel at this altitude. I mean, we could, but I don't know. I don't really see a reason for it. We're not even 2,000 feet in the air. Wow, look at those mountains off in the distance. Hopefully we'll go check those out. There's ones up on the top right. I don't know if our trip is going to be taking us over there. We got plenty of room. We can see it right here. All right, so now we are heading to our airport. I think. Yep. On this island over here, I think. And then we'll see how long that Hawaii one is. I don't know if we're going to do that one or not. I would like to go back and do another leg or two of California. It's been fun hand flying, man. This Turtle Beach setup is amazing. It's so responsive. Oh, I think, is that the runway in front of us? Yes, it is. This feature, by the way, the binoculars, that's part of Chase Plane. All right. Prop all the way forward. Landing lights on. Wrong button. Now we are slowing down so we can put our flaps down. All right, flaps. One more setting of flaps. All right. Flaps 2. We never did switch our fuel tank. Might as well switch it now. Still way fast. That's a little bit. Flaps full. Trim. Maybe that's cheating a little bit using the binoculars from Chase Plank, but hey man, I didn't see any rule books. I think that's a cool thing to do, to be able to use them binoculars. That's like the only time I've ever used them. All right, got throttle. Pull back on the yoke. Brakes. Back. Awesome. That was fun. That was fun. All right, let's see what Hawaii's got. If Hawaii's not too long, we'll do Hawaii. If not, I'm gonna do probably one more round of California. Boom. Boom. Bow, bow, bow. I think the newer bush trips, they have you turn the airplane on, if I remember correct. I think the last like 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6 or something like that. When you first start, you have to turn the airplane on, which I think is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool feature, I think. All right, Hawaii. See, the last one's 41. We're going from Hanalei to Hilo. And let's see what California's got. Yeah, I'd rather knock out the next few California ones. That's it. Yeah, let's do that. All right, where did we leave off? I don't remember where we left. Okay, this is where we left off. So now we need to do number 6. It's 19, 17. That's still 20 minutes. Yeah, let's just do the Hawaii one. Let's go back and finish Hawaii then. I think it'd be cool to finish this one. We can always come back and... Oh, that looks wonderful. Like my pink airplane? I need to change settings here. Give me 1 second. Set this up. I think it's for conditioner. I think is have this one. Let's see here. Yep. Yep. Okay. All right, so we are leaving on a 41 and then heading on a... So it's really just going around the island, I guess, right? I guess we could do that. So we see photo. Now photo, hang on, let me put in a couple of bits of info here. So that's 332. Let's program that in. Three, 2. Ending. All right, and now I want to set 116.9. And it does have an ILS for 26. 110.7. 259. All right, let's go. Park and brake off. All right. Takeoff power set. Airspeed's alive. P1. All right, let's head on about a 41 for about 5 minutes. Continue inland and northeast course. Why Volcanoes Park is one of the most spectacular in the world. Right? You know what? I don't really feel like doing this one, I don't think. To be honest, like, I don't know what to do. I'm so indecisive. Why am I so indecisive? Like, why can't I just stick with something? Yeah, I'm gonna do the California one. I don't care. What I want to, it's what I want to do. I'm tired of following actual navigation. I want it to be straight VFR. Like, this is supposed to be VFR. I don't like that the flight director has it, it's pointless. I don't like that. Like, I don't want it to show that. Like, make these bush trips harder for us if we want it harder. Like, I want to be able to possibly get lost. That other Pyrenees landing, we'll probably do that one tomorrow. Okay, so we did 3 and 4 today, so now we are going to number 5. Right? Did number okay, we landed there. We landed there. And we should be doing this one, I think. We'll find out in a minute if we're on the... I think this is the right one. Okay, 3. Oh, yeah. This is correct. Because I remember saying earlier today we need to get that back in the center. Okay. Do we have any help here at all? ILS. No, we do have a METAR, though. Let's plug that in since we have real world weather on shit. It's 3015. Lights on. Oh, I gotta change this again. Hang on. Gotta change it to profile 1, I think. Yep. Alright, let's go. We gotta go off and head on to 321. From Mina Airport, you'll head northwest, traveling a short distance to reach Luning, another small town in the bend, and then we're going to get to the airport. Okay. Takeoff power set. Airspeed's alive. Rotate. Minutes. Yeah, see, why can't this one be like why can't other ones be like this one where it just shows VOR? Unless I'm missing a setting, like, is there some sort of setting that I don't know that I can change this, or maybe, oh, you know what, do we click on it? I wonder if that's it. I wonder, I remember doing that at some point, I thought. Maybe not. Let's try it next time. Tomorrow when I do more bush trips, I'm gonna just continue to do bush trips. I like flying these. These are fun. I mean, I don't really care if people watch or not. Nobody really watches right now. There was one time where I used to get a fair amount of viewers, and then like I stopped streaming for a while, and then when I came back, like it was never really the same. I think the content's pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I watch it sometimes. You know, I'm informative with how to use the airplanes. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think it's pretty good compared to some of the content I watch. Like, I watched this video yesterday. It was 15 minutes long. It got like 80,000 views in like a few days, and all it was just like camera tricks. Like, you know what I mean? He did a whole flight in 15 minutes, and he was just like highlighting and like zooming into things, and wasn't really talking. I don't think he talked at all, the little bit that I watched. Like, I'm like, why does that get so many views? Like, should I just not talk? I mean, I could make those kind of videos. I have those programs. You know, I have Wondershare and CapCut and Pixay, and like, I have all these programs that I use where I can chop up videos like that and make them zoom in and swirl, and you can see the videos that I actually put like time into, the ones that I record, and I mean, I do all that kind of stuff. And it's just like then sometimes I think that maybe I'm just not like, I don't get a lot of views because YouTube hides my videos, you know, because I've had a lot of copyright claims on music, or, you know, I've spoken out about the COVID shots and the stolen election and things like that. But, you know what I mean? I still say it to this day, and I continue to say it. If nobody watches, it's perfectly fine. I'm still going to do what I'm doing, because I enjoy flying, And there's something about being in front of a mic and doing it this way that I enjoy more than just sitting in my room doing it. Even if nobody's watching, I don't know, I still like talking into a microphone. I don't know. I should not like doing this because like I talk all day for a living. But I enjoy it. All right, we're almost at the intersection where we need to turn. But once we get another traveling short distance, reached another small town on the bend in the road. Okay, and then we're gonna head 264 for about 14 minutes until we see an actual airport. Should be easy to figure out. All right, let's get down near the road. There's the road right there. You know what I think? You know when I think it changed when I tried streaming Aliens. When I tried streaming Aliens while we were flying one night, like I had the movie in the corner of the screen, and the stream got taken down like real quick, like probably within like the first I don't even think we were out of the opening credits, and like the video was like struck and taken down. I was like, well, all right, let me try it a different way. So then I tried it again where I made the movie the whole screen and then put the flying like in a littler box. And yeah, that one got taken down just as quick. I was like, oh man. Like I see people streaming these movies all the time talking over them. Maybe the trick is you have to like pause them or whatever. Like I've heard like every 5 minutes you have to pause it or something like that. But I don't know. I enjoy flying. I have a good setup for it. I know a lot about the airplanes, at least enough to seem like I know what I'm doing. Maybe I need to use VATSIM. Maybe that's the key to success. Maybe I need to be like everybody else and use VATSIM. I'm good. I don't really want to use VATSIM. I like say intentions. As much as I bitched about say intentions over time, I still like using them the best. I like the AI feature part of it. I do. I like it. Alright, so we're going to head this way until we see an airport, pretty much. Just reset all the clocks today. We had daylight savings time again. Alright, we got our counter reset. Now we need about 14 minutes to get where we're going. When I was installing those bush trips and like the scenery packs that are part of them, I was going through all on the PC here, I was going through like all the different airplanes and shit that I have downloaded, and I didn't realize I had so much stuff downloaded just sitting there, just taking up space. I wound up deleting like 120 gigabytes of airplanes and stuff like that. So I'm not, you know, I don't fly them right now. You know, what's the point of keeping them on my hard drive if I'm not using them? I can always re-download them. You know, the F-28 and the Concorde and the Hawk T1 trainer, the Piper, you know, PA, the Turbo Arrow 3 and Turbo Arrow 4, Trilander, Constellation, the DC-6, the 777, the Dornier, which I want to start flying that airplane again. That's fun. The one where the engine's just the vertical takeoff plane that was like a local legend a while back. That's a pretty fun airplane to fly. That's fun. I haven't tried flying it yet on one of these systems where I could actually like control the throttles better. I was using a keyboard, mouse, and controller last time I flew it. Xbox controller. I never did turn the landing light off. Alright, I guess we'll turn it off for a little while. So the airport should be right up. I think it's right up here. So here's the background of the mountains. Yeah, that's probably it. What did it say about the road? Follow the road. Thus begins a relatively long haul west following Highway 95 to Hawthorne, Nevada, the seat of Mineral County. Hawthorne calls itself America's patriotic home, complete with world's largest army ammunition depot. Oh, well, that's nice to know. Let's just put that out there for the public. But it's also home to a municipal airport where you'll land, complete this leg of your journey. Your journey. Alright. That's nice to know. It's home of the largest mineral depot. Or ammunition depot, my bad. Are you catching all that, terrorist? Microsoft just doxed America. Good job, Asobo. I wonder if that's even true anymore. It's still the world's largest, did they say world's largest munition depot? Yeah, the world's largest army ammunition depot. Unless depot means like a store, like Home Depot. Maybe it's the largest, maybe that's where the army goes and buys all their, that's like Costco for the army. It's like the Pampered Chef for cooks, but for the army. That's a pretty cool angle. It's like a glider. There's our landing light. I've probably got about another, somewhere between like 7 to 10 minutes until we get to the airport. We'll do one more little leg on this and then we'll call it a day. I'll be back tomorrow. But I'm feeling better. I'm not feeling too good tonight. The day before, I have a monthly appointment that I go to every month for one of the medicines I take, and I always cut myself low on the medication. I still have medication, like I'm not out of it, but I'm always so worried that when I get to the pharmacy, they're not going to have it. And if I don't have this medicine, like I go through like really bad like withdrawal, real bad. So I always get like nervous. So like the day or two before my appointment, I always cut my medicine like in half and just take like a half of what I'm supposed to take. That way I have some left over on Monday in case like they don't have it right away. Because I've had this happen a couple of times where I go to pick up the medicine, but like they haven't gotten their shipment. And then I have to come back like later that day, or geez, sometimes the next day, which is killer. I hate that when that happens. That's only happened a couple of times, but still sucks. All right, there's the body of water coming up. Our airport should be coming up as well on the south end of the body of water. There's the water. see the airport as of yet. I like that binocular feature. It's pretty dope. I've only, I think like tonight's the first time I think I've ever used it. All right, let's put our landing light on. And I think we're gonna hold this kind of altitude unless I can see the runway from where I'm at. We may have to do a little flyby. We may have to buzz the tower. Oh, there's the airport. Okay. We'll just follow the road around. And then by the time we get up to this, I would think this area up here should see the runway pretty, or at least see the airport pretty clearly. Adjust the trim a little bit, adjust it nose down a little bit. Go back on the throttle a little bit. Now I can see the lights flashing now a little bit, all the way out here. I feel like I'm almost doing one of those drug running missions in GTA. You know, GTA 5, Trevor with those. Was it always Trevor or did Michael do them? I think Trevor was the only one who did those drug missions. Those were a lot of fun, man. Those drug running missions. My God, dropping those packages off right where the smoke was, and then finding the first time doing it, finding those hidden trophies for like flying under bridges and like close to mountains and stuff like that. Like, man, that game was so much fun to explore. That was such a good game, like, to play when it first came out. Like, that was the reason I bought a PS4 at first. Like, I was getting divorced, and I was starting to like hang out with my friends again, and you know, trying to find things to do because I wasn't with my wife anymore. So we started playing games. You know, they were into games. They were single. These are some of my friends from work, and yeah, I bought the PS3, and I was trying to play GTA 5, and it just wasn't really like, it just wasn't running smooth enough for me. And back then I was making big money. I was making probably 12, 15,000 a month, maybe sometimes more than that. I'm not making anywhere close to that anymore. But back then I was making that kind of money. I was like, well, shit, let me get rid of this PS3. So I just wound up putting the PS3 away, or I might have given it to my son back then. He would have been probably around 7 or 8 years old. Maybe 10 years old. I forget what year it was when I got it. I think it was 2014 or 2013. I know I was in the middle of getting a divorce. I just don't remember how far along I was. But yeah, once I got the PS4, man, that was like, oh my God, this game is crazy. Like, I played GTA games before, but that GTA 5 was so different, in my opinion, so different than the other GTA games when they came out. You know, Vice City was good in its own way. GTA 4 was good in its own way. But just something about the way GTA 5 was just laid out, and you know, you didn't have to work out anymore. You didn't have to like eat fast food. Like, yeah, the characters were good. And I liked the diversity of the characters, without them really being diverse. Like they all lived on different sides of LA, really, but they were all really the same. It didn't matter where they were from. They were all after the same thing, and that was screwing the government and the FIB building and stealing as much money as they can from that bank. Didn't Trevor die at the end? I forget how. I remember the end of the game. Like they sank this car. I think it was like they sank a car at the end, or it rolled off a pier. I don't remember if Trevor was part of that. All right, I can stop the chronometer. Should be coming up on this airport pretty soon. Somewhere around here. Yeah, I mean the airport's almost in the middle. So of the middle of the VFR map, which means we should be pretty close to the airport. Like I said before, whenever you close the map and you bring it back up, it usually centers the aircraft on like that part of the VFR map. Looks like those cars are floating. They are floating. This must be those new flying cars from Elon Musk. All right, there's the airport over here. See the flashing lights. If I remember correctly, I think we need to come at this over here. If I remember correct. I think we have to kind of follow the mountains a bit on this one. So flaps 1. Yeah, we can see the lights flashing over here. There's the airport. I think here's part of the runway right here, I think. I remember doing this bush trip a long time ago, and I seem to recall taking off on this leg, coming up, and flying like right over the water as soon as we took off. Which I think that shows on the VFR map as well. Let me see here. Yeah, it has us kind of going right over the water. Thing. I don't know if we're gonna have to do a go around or not yet. I'm not really sure what the heading is to line up with the runway, but I just want to go a little farther this way, and we'll spin around. Where's the Walmart out here? This is like, what was that movie with, it came out, was it The Hills Have Eyes or something like that? Where it was like all these radioactive deformed humans that eat like other humans, but they're like, you know, and it was like this wagon full of like guys and girls that car breaks down, and then like, you know, one by one people start like trying to explore the area, and they all kind of get captured by these like ravenous, you know, they're cannibals, but they're like deformed from radioactivity and stuff like that. I just sworn it was The Hills Have Eyes, or The Hills I think it's plural. The hills have eyes. Alright, I see lights. Don't see the runway yet. Gotta be coming up though. Alright, let's start braking towards the airport. Seeing what we see. Like I said, if we need to do a go around, we'll do a go around. No big deal. Wouldn't be our first time doing it. I would like to be flying a little faster right now, but I think staying in the white band and keeping our flaps at takeoff flaps is a good idea. Just in case we can land. And we're not going too fast at this point. This past week was a great week for movies, and I watched so many 80s horror movies this week. Evil Dead 2. I watched like the first 4 Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I watched the original Halloween. I watched The Exorcist. I watched The Nun. I watched Christine. Christine was a great movie. Okay, maybe those flashing lights are the entryway for the runway. That's kind of what it looks like. Good, I'm glad we weren't over speeding. Coming for landing. Yeah, Christine's a great movie. Such a good movie. Carrie was a good movie. I watched The Shining. Friday the 13th. I tried to watch some of the newer Friday the 13th and Halloween movies. I just couldn't get into it. But I like the old style gore from the like 70s and 80s. You know, I like that style of effects when it comes to those kind of movies. All right, we're coming in for landing. Cockpit sterile. You really could land here if you wanted to, and then just drive your airplane over to the runway, and then just park it right on the runway. You'll be perfectly fine. You'll still pass. All right, take off. Flaps full. Yeah, let's land, and we'll do one more leg on this bush trip, and then I'm gonna call it a night. This to me is so much more fun lately than well, you know, we could do more training, I guess. We're gonna do more VFR. We're gonna do more of these. I'd rather do an actual stream dedicated to the training, to the FS Academy. That's a really good deal, that FS Academy. All that content for like $60. I think that's what I paid. That was a really good deal. So much content with that. All right, on final. Zone Aviation. 400 feet coming in for final. Roger that, Zone Aviation. I bet a final. It's fine, Easy coming in for final. Easy do. Oh, look, it's got red and white lights. Oh, it's got pappy light. Look at them pappy lights go. Alright, feet on the rudders. Try to line up respectively. So we look like we know what we're doing a little bit. Plus 100. 100. 50. 40. 30. Yeah, I don't know. All right, idle. Pull back on the yoke. Brakes on. Excellent. Next. I heard Control F refills your airplane. Oh shit, it does. That's cool. I didn't. I read that today when I was reading, trying to figure out which trip I wanted to do again. Do I really need to go back? Nah, we're close enough to take off. All right, let's put our flaps back up, and let's see what we're doing here. So it's about 17 minutes. Walker Lake, that's where we're heading on a 305. Then we're going to the Walker Lake opening, and then we have Scherz Airport. Oh wow, what is this? It curls like a ribbon towards the town of Scherz. It flows run parallel to the highway at its runway on the east side of the road. Runway on the east side of the road marks your landing spot for this trip. So is this the runway here, I guess? All right, that's 077, Oscar 77. Do we have any sort of VOR station or anything? Probably not. Nope, dirt. All right, well, let's go. What did we say? We have 5 minutes, and we're heading on a 305. Takeoff power set. Airspeed alive. Takeoff. Flaps up. Landing lights off. Put them down a little bit. Let's see what this thing says again. You'll be rewarded with a picturesque view of Walker Lake. Yeah, I see that. Nice. The watery gem amid the arid land. On the southwestern shore, you'll find a quaint seaside town that shares its name. Okay, so Walker Town. And then we're gonna... Oh, I never did set the start in time. Okay. Track the shoreline, heading north over the water to find the mouth of Walker River. And as Walker River moves inland, here's more of the river right here we can see. And right here. Maybe this is the airport here. Maybe this is the river right here they're talking about, where it's to the... where this is to the east of the waterway. And a runway on the east side of the road. Oh, of the road. So its flow runs parallel to the highway. Okay, so the parallel... here could be the highway here. River. And a runway on the east side of the road. Alright. Shouldn't be too hard. We've done it once before. Worst comes to worst, we'll just do our VFR trick. Our VFR life hack. See what I'm talking about? See how it's kind of centered the bottom edge? Watch, let's close this out again. Let's get closer to it. And then we'll hit the button again and open it up. And it should be like right in the center pretty much. Hey. 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 Hold you. Using my trim to control our altitude right now. Having this trim wheel is really nice. That's one of the best things about this whole setup here. I mean, the stand is really nice, like having everything on one unit, you know, so you don't have to continually like loosen parts, tighten them up again and do all that. It's like it's all together. But yeah, having this trim wheel is great. Makes such a big difference when it works. I mean, usually it works properly, but sometimes you touch it, like the first time in an airplane you'll touch it, and like you've seen it before. The airplane shoots straight up, or the airplane like noses straight down. Now we should be making a heading here in a moment to 350 something. Turns almost in the center. Here's the town we're talking about. Yep. And that part we're gonna head north on is almost in the center, so that means pretty much there. Yeah, I didn't realize that trick for a long time. And then one day I was trying to use the VFR map and I kept on opening and closing it. And it kind of just clicked in my head. I'm like, oh yeah, look at that. Like, it's centered where I'm at. And then I kept on doing it over and over again. I just kept on noticing that it usually just center up right where the airplane is. Here's little Walkertown. Little baby Walkertown. Where's the Walmart here? I don't see it. I bet you they got a McDonald's. I bet you they do. I bet you if you Google McDonald's near Walkertown, I bet you, if this is called Walkertown, I'm guessing it's called Walkertown because it said that it shares the name with the lake. It's east side town that shares its name. Yeah, it's probably called Walkertown. Probably beautiful actually to live out here. I wonder what kind of fish they have in this body of water here. There's got to be some sort of aquatic life. I mean, if it's attached to a river, yeah, I mean, I would think. I mean, even if it wasn't attached to a river, I would think that there's some sort of aquatic life. Like, do people just use this for like jet skiing? Yeah, jet skiing and like wave running. Look at this, man. Look at this lake. This would be awesome for like speedboats and like wave runners and setting up like little ramps and shit to. I wonder if there's any like little caves or caverns under the water here. That would be cool. Like, how far down is this body of water? If you were scuba diving, like, would you have to be set up for like cave diving, or, you know, is it just like maybe 50 feet? That's that. There's our fuel right here. But that looks shitty, doesn't it? I don't know if that's a Zillion problem or an Asobo problem or a... I don't think it's an IPC problem. I mean, my GPU is only running at like 1% right now, and my frame rate is at like 120 frames a second right now, so I don't think that's the problem. You make sure EPU-Z is still running. Alright, and let's make sure Auto FPS is doing its thing. Yep, it's still doing its thing. Minutes, roughly. Alright, so at the top of this lake, that's when we head off on the next heading, which is 323. Maybe the binoculars will help on this one too. You just got to find those flashing lights again. If we can find those flashing lights, we should be able to find the runway. I just don't know. I don't know if this airport's going to have those flashing lights, because this one's like a dirt strip. Sometimes these bush trip airports, there's like nothing. Like the one we just landed on in the Pyrenees Mountains. There was nothing there. You just kind of look at the picture and be like, really, you really need to watch it. Like for me, I had to watch a video to figure it out, to be honest. Like when I first tried that, like, I don't know, years ago or a year ago, whenever I first tried it, I couldn't figure out where to land, man. I kept trying and trying and trying. I went up watching the video, I was like, oh. And then once I figured out where to land, then I had to figure out how to land, because like you saw that landing. I mean, like you had to literally be like almost touching the mountain with your wheels, pretty much stalling out as you cross the like the beginning of the runway where you're supposed to land on that little piece of grass. And that's the easier of the two grass landings that I'm thinking of with that trip. The other one on the side of the mountain that I told you about, where it's like downhill and then back uphill. That one's nuts. All right, we're getting ready to head on a 323 for about 5 or 6 minutes. Past this little bit of water here, and then we'll hit on a 323, and I'll set my chronometer. All right, let's head northwest. All right, got the countdown timer going, the chronometer timing, 23, coming up. All right, let's just stay this course pretty much for about 5 minutes, and then we should start seeing the airport, I guess. Hope we see it. Here's the river we're following. Looks like the side of a mountain, and then like this part I really want to try to find. This, if I can find this little M or bend right here, this little W right here, I think that'll really be helpful. All right, we've been heading this way for about a minute now. We have about 4 minutes left, roughly. This map real quick too. So it looks like it's on the side of a ridge of a mountain. So here's the water, and then there's a little ridge of a mountain. Let's close this out and see where it's at now, centered wise. Still got some time. Flying for about 2 minutes. Oh, we really slowed down. My goodness. That's going to throw off our time a little bit. There's the road up here. There's a river. Like they taught us in VFR training, keep your point of interest, visible. So stay off to the side of it so you can continue to see it. That's what we're doing with the river here, keeping it in our view. Same with the road. Runs parallel to the highway. Alright, so not really within 5 miles of it yet. Or at least 2.5 miles, I would think. Since that's set for 5 miles. So we're not within 2.5 miles yet. That's my guess. It's the center of the screen to the edge of the screen is 2.5 miles. Going for about 3.5 minutes. Did lose a little bit of time, so we got to build that into the equation. So let's say we're about 30 seconds behind schedule. So we should have about another 2 minutes until we should be. Or what time did it say here? Yeah, so we got about 2.5 minutes left. But we should be in view of the airport. let's keep close to this mountain because I know that the runway's close to the mountain. That's what it showed on the VFR map a little bit ago. Our landing light on. Jersey Airport, Zillion Aviation, yellow, requesting full stop landing. Zillion Aviation, you come in for full stop landing, roger. Alright, we're getting closer. I think I see what could be the runway up here. I don't know if that's the actual runway or not. I don't think it is. Power back a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. Do I see some lights up there? Hold on a second. Maybe not. Alright, we should be like right over top of the airport right here. Where is this damn airport at? Headed over here on the left. Little building looking thing. Heading the wrong direction. Yeah, we need to be heading to southwest. Oh, damn it. This one. I think if I can fly enough and have that map close enough, then when I open it, I should be like opening right up over top of it. That'll... Okay. Well, let's continue to head southwest over here towards this mountain. As we get a little closer, we'll continue to open the EFR map and see if it shows us the airport yet. Let's put down our flaps. And we're getting closer to the river. Well, it really must have been over here by the side of the mountain. I was kind of just kidding about that, but maybe it was. Alright, there's the water. So it's this way. Alright, a bit more this way. Probably around here somewhere. We are almost centered up. Oh, is this it right here? Right over here. Yep. I think it's right here where these, right, we just flew over top of it right here. Let's come in and try that for a landing. I bet you that's it. Alright. Let's turn around here. Yeah, see, I saw a little building here. It's gotta be it. Maybe this is it right here. Maybe this is the runway right here. I think that's it right here. Alright, that's what we're gonna land on. I bet you we're right over top of it. Yep. Alright, that's where we're gonna land. Hope this is it. Let's come to a stop and find out. Nope, that's not it. Shit. Alright. Let's see where we're at. We are close, man. All right, let's go up a little. Let's drive a little farther up. Let's go over to that, what I thought might have been the runway before. I think this is the runway right around here. No, we're still not there yet, huh? Close. Let's go up a little bit farther. I don't know why I'm steering. Like, all right, let's stop here. There we go. Sweet. Told you, just drive on the ground. All right, well, that's gonna do it, my friends. It's getting late. I got somewhere to be early. I think somewhat early in the morning. Let me see here. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, it's not until 11 something o'clock. Good lord. Every week it seems to get pushed farther and farther back, or every month actually. Yeah, if I was feeling better, I would continue flying. I think we're good. So I am getting out of here. I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. My plan is to do this a couple of times tomorrow. Hopefully. I don't think about morning, probably not so much, but maybe twice in the afternoon. Once the afternoon, once the evening. But yeah, man, that's it. I will see you on the next episode of the Airplane Show. Make sure you hit follow, like, and subscribe. See you next time, my friends. See ya.